Hi, Kim West, the Sleep Lady, and today I'm going to answer Kate's question. Here's what she wrote in. My 7-month-old goes down fine at about 7 o'clock and has been sleeping through till about 11 or 1 a.m. Then I give him a bottle and put him back down, and if I'm lucky, he goes down for an hour before waking up. From then, he doesn't really settle, and I'm up and down putting his dummy in and trying to settle him. I get so tired by this point that I end up putting him in our bed. I know your advice will probably be, don't put him in our bed, but is there anything else you could suggest, please? Thanks, Kate. Well, there's several things that I could suggest, Kate. First of all, I have a really great article both in my workbook and in my book and on my blog on the 10 steps to take before starting sleep coaching. So I would really encourage you to read that because that will be really helpful to help you set yourself up for success for once you start sleep coaching. And in there you'll see, I want you to discuss or decide on what you're going to do about the pacifier or what you're calling the dummy. Are you going to keep it? Are you not going to keep it? So just a little side note on this, I do have a couple of articles and blogs that you can read about this also that I can link to in the article below here. But the problem with the pacifier at 7 months is that oftentimes our 7-month-old baby does not quite have the pinch or grasp developed yet. So that's the ability to take our 2 fingers like this, pinch something like a Cheerio or a cereal bit or a pasta and put it in our mouth. And of course the pacifier, pinch and put into our mouth. They're usually sort of doing a sweeping motion and kind of lucky to get it in their mouth, but aren't always able to be such fine motor skills. So if your child does have the skill, well then great. I would start putting and you want to keep the pacifier, I'd start putting several in the crib and then putting them in his hands, maybe 1 in each hand, both at bedtime and when he wakes up during the night. And then eventually sort of scooting them near him, especially if he's really good at rolling, and pointing to them and directing him to them and see how that works. If he doesn't have the pinch or grasp and you think that you might want to get rid of it, then there's really, unfortunately, no way to get rid of the pacifier other than cold turkey because it's either in your mouth or it's not. So be prepared for a few nights of, some crying. Unfortunately, there's no way around that because there's no way to do it gradually. And usually I will tell parents, if you're going to get rid of it, just get rid of it at night and you can keep it for naps sometimes. Don't ask me why that works, but it does. And then if you notice that you're constantly going in and replugging it for naps, then that will be your cue to get rid of it for naps too. So again, if you decide to keep it and he doesn't have the pinch or grasp, then you will be in charge of replugging it, unfortunately, until he either has the pinch or grasp or you decide to wean it. And then I would encourage you to create a feeding plan. So you want to make sure that he's eating well enough during the day and you feel comfortable with him having 1 feeding during the night or no feedings, whatever it is that you and your doctor feel good about in terms of his weight and his growth and age. And then start on a night where he is well napped. This I tell everyone. So, and when I say well napped, I mean whatever works. If it's rock him to sleep, feed him to sleep, stroll or swing, do it so that you can get to that 7 o'clock bedtime awake without going to sleep or getting too drowsy with his bottle. And regardless of whether you're keeping the feeding for the during the night or not, you're still going to want to create a consistent sleep coaching plan for all of the other awakenings. And so this should help you be able to get your baby and you all sleeping through the night.